the 2K Sports pregame show.
Good evening, everybody. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Great to have you with us on 2K Sports. And on tap tonight, it's the Cleveland Cavaliers going up against the Philadelphia 76ers. Taking a look at the 76ers, 5-5 over their last 10 games, but they're not satisfied with 500 ball. Looking to tack one onto the win tally tonight. We'll be checking out Eric Bledsoe in this one. Bledsoe, undersized even for a point guard, but despite that, gets to the rim a lot, can attack a defense. How's he do it, Shaq?
Well, Ernie, he's stronger than any other point guard in the league. And he protects the ball with his body as he attacks, like Nick Van Exel used to do.
Oh, really? Yeah. Good call.
Strongest point guard?
I would say so. He gets his body into the defender, and he is a tough guy to move defensively. Yeah, I would say toughest and strongest.
And now let's send it down to Kevin Harlan, also tough and strong, for the tip.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
We've got basketball action at Quicken Loans Arena in downtown Cleveland, Ohio. The home of the Cavaliers, live on 2K Sports. Thanks for joining us, everyone. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Brent Berry. From the sideline, we'll have David Aldridge. We'll be hearing from him in just a moment. You look at Philadelphia, in fourth place in the East. This is a confident team. They're not backing down from anybody.
And guys, this is an opponent that's given them problems first two times out that they met. Both losses. We'll see if the third time is the charm.
And we've got time for a quick pregame report. With that being said, let's head to the sideline and our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. D.A.?
Hey, Kevin, Sixers coach Brett Brown says that Philadelphia reminds him of his hometown of Boston. He said the city has tremendous pride. The city wants winners. It's a tough, no-nonsense city. Nobody's sugarcoating anything. And I love that because you can just tell it like it is. My responsibility is to produce a team that plays hard. Guys?
Thanks, David. Right on the money. Philly's passion for sports is something that makes them so unique. So close to the end of the year now. Some teams are locked for the playoffs. Others have dropped out completely. But for those bubble teams, Brent, talk about the emotions they're dealing with right now.
Well, it's always interesting how it is that organizations see their opportunity as possibly making the playoffs and thinking about whether or not they're going to continue with what they started, and that is developing young players, finding their way into the 6th, 7th, or 8th seed, if that's something good enough. If they want to do something with their roster. So playoffs or bust is not always what a team is looking to do when they begin the season.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. So on the floor for Philadelphia, Fultz is out there with Luwawu. Then it's Joel Embiid. Then there's Ben Simmons. And it's Šarić in at the 4 slot. Shot clock at 3. And the shot goes in from Fultz.
And Fultz pulling from deep is a thing of beauty. Consistent in terms of burying those long ones from beyond.
Now here's Bledsoe. LeBron outside. Love outside. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Misses the 3. And it's the 76ers with the ball. It's a 3-point game. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
You could see it in that game, despite the odds going against them. Once it got to OT, they had that belief and resolve that they could win.
But once they could taste that upset, they weren't going to let this one slip away. Ferocious in that overtime period.
Simmons with it. He's picked up by James. Back to Simmons. Thompson against Embiid. Thompson comes with the double team. Now here's Simmons. T right on him. Passes it to Llewellyn. Off target with his three. On defense, Philadelphia. The Cavaliers beat them last time when these two teams met in Cleveland.
Just didn't like the energy level in that one, and that offensive execution also was lacking.
Now, they made a few shots, Reg, but just wildly inconsistent.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
LeBron takes on such a massive responsibility season after season and has just become so devoted to maintaining his health. That's the remarkable thing about his career. He just doesn't miss time with injuries. And if you've ever watched LeBron in the offseason, in between practices, in between games, the guy is a flat-out machine.
Both free throws good from James. And as a player, Brent, what are those things that you did and LeBron does to speed recovery?
Well, cheeseburgers didn't help, Kevin, but his workout regime, in terms of what he does with the weight training, the yoga, the hyperbaric chambers in there to calm his body down, slow the blood flow, doing the things he does while at altitude, traveling on planes. It's quite fascinating. It sounds like science fiction, but the fact of the matter is LeBron James does it to play at this level every night.
Here's Bledsoe after the basket by Dario Saric. Outside Rose. Oh, wide open look from Love. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Love's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Embiid the screen. Pass to Fultz. Embiid sets the pick for Fultz. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Thompson, a screen on Simmons. And Bledsoe has it in the corner. It's LeBron with the drive. The kick out to Rose. Love against Saric. Over in the corner, Rose. Back to Love. Pass to Bledsoe. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Simmons.
And now a quick review at the numbers for Ben Simmons. He's averaging 15 points a game, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists. And when it all comes together for him, this is what he's capable of.
Yeah, this is what his coaches have been waiting for that light bulb to turn on. And right now, it is burning bright. He looks fantastic. And 1 for 5 is a tough way to start the game, Kevin. They got to get it going.
Saric just screen on Bledsoe. Saric with it, picked up by Love. Here's Llewellyn. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Embiid, no good. Cavaliers trailing. Rose up on top. Thompson in the corner. Rose kicks to Love. Back to Rose. Ball's knocked loose. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. 76ers ball. And looking back at last season, here's a look at the 3-point and 2-point shot attempt averages for Philadelphia.
And they really based almost their entire offense around the 3-point shot. Spread the floor, space the defense, and if the deep shots aren't falling, at least it should open things up inside.
Now here's Saric following the miss by Derrick Rose. Embiid. Thompson with the rebound.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Rose kicks to Love. And another miss by Cleveland. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. No one near fault as he lets it go. The basket good off the assist from Simmons.
And guys, really admire how Simmons finds the open man consistently. The vision, the unselfishness. That's what you want to see out of him.
The 76ers leading by 3. Screen by Saric. Fultz dishes to Saric. Here's Llewellyn. James covering. And Llewellyn gets it to go.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Thompson passes to Love. Bledsoe kicks to Rose. LeBron against Simmons. Lets it go with a three. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. There's the pass to Luau. He feeds it to Fultz. Kicks to Saric. 76ers moving the ball around. Fultz dishes to Embiid. Shot clock at 6. Here's Saric, and he makes the bucket, through contact, and gets the whistle too.
Great positioning on the glass, jumping all over that miss and sticking it back in.
The 76ers shooting their first free throw of the game right now, and that one falls from Saric. The Cavaliers trail by 8. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
From the stripe, LeBron, no luck.
Just doesn't seem to be shooting it with confidence, and his shots are going all over the place in this period.
Here's Simmons. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game. And after missing 4 straight, he finally gets one to go.
And we talk about the things that make LeBron great, Brent. The mental aspect of his game probably goes overlooked sometimes.
When you think about the way that LeBron James can be a chess master out on the floor, wherever he wants the ball, he can set the pieces up where he knows he can take advantage of how the defense is going to play. And his teammates will tell you he can pretty much recall any play after a game that he's played. So him processing the game is on another level.
Now here's Simmons coming off a stellar performance against Toronto. And that one drops for him.
And guys, it's just beautiful watching Simmons in screen and roll situations. A manipulative master when it comes to tearing apart the defense.
The drive by James, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Shumpert's checked in. Okafor is checked in for Philadelphia. T.J. McConnell comes in for Simmons. And the whistle blows, so a chance here for a three-point play.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
For Philadelphia, they have shot just one free throw earlier, 1 for 1 in the game. Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Love. And Daniels subbed in for LeBron. Nick Stauskas is checked in for the 76ers. Hey, Brent, it's been said before that champions have no offseason. Thinking about that, what's your take on the balance between resting your body after a long year versus really pushing the strength and conditioning that could take you to another level the next year?
Well, I could throw it back at you, Kevin, and ask you about as you get older and your body changes, you have to do different things, right?
And more, yeah.
Right. So in your younger years, if you don't make the playoffs or in the playoffs, maybe to take 1 month off and get right back into the gym, your body's ready to do that and in tune. Take a player that's 10 years down the road, there's no reason for you to push your body. You can be a little more specialized and be a little more efficient in terms of what you do in the off season to get ready for what a training camp represents and then, of course, the upcoming season.
76ers have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. So, Brent, less than 0.1% of NBA fans bother to vote for the All-Star game. Do you think the league should devise a different way to choose the players for that big mid-season event?
I'd really like, again, this is an area, Kevin, that the league has done a great job of being a bit progressive with the way they've changed the All-Star balloting. 50% of the vote now going to the fans, 25% to the players, and 25% to the media. It's a way to make sure that guys who are having tremendous seasons are recognized both by their peers and their media rather than the fans getting ahead of some marketing scheme. So this has been addressed.
Perfect. Now here's Saric. He had 13 points in the win against the Raptors in Toronto.
Well, I think he was especially impressive on the glass. The defense had no idea what to do with him.
And so it's Cleveland with it. Jahlil Okafor unable to get his last shot to go. Passes it to Baldwin. Here's Pekovic. Rebound by Stauskas.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
You hear a lot about rim protection. This is a good example of how valuable it can be.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
And Pekovic kicks to Baldwin. Shot to end this cold run. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field. The 76ers leading by 16. Stauskas, the pass to McConnell. Picked by Okafor. From the baseline. And there's a whistle. It goes on Iman Shumpert. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, pretty obvious over the back call there, but being out of position, that was really the only option.
Try to make as good a decision as you can every time you have the basketball, but that time he attacked without thinking too much.
The 76ers making a switch here. Parsons is checked in. Shumpert with it. Now Okafor defending. Rebounded by Covington.
Yeah, you won't see him miss many dunks unless you've got somebody right in his face, as was the case there on that possession.
Now here's McConnell. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game.
You combine his massive size and then his desire to pound the glass, it makes him a tough cover on the board.
Baldwin kicks to Daniels. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Philadelphia leading by 18. Covington passes to McConnell. They get a hand on it. He's covered by McConnell. Here's Baldwin. He's coming off a 31-point game against Houston. Over Parsons. Baldwin can't get it to go. And for the Cleveland Cavaliers, they come in off a good outing against the Rockets.
And this is why depth is so important. You know, next man up, and it's pretty much the philosophy for every good team in our league.
Well, you're going to have injuries. You're going to have nights where there's foul troubles or the starters just struggle. So you need a strong bench to remain consistent in this league.
Timeout called, Cleveland.
And I like this timeout. You're getting terrible rim protection right now.
Well, you got to ask your team to give you a little bit more effort because there's just not a lot of fire on the defensive end.
Cavaliers making a switch here. Harper's checked in. And so here's Cleveland. Here's the screen. On the wing, Daniels. Lock at 6. They need this. A nice shot by Baldwin. Baldwin's got his first 2 points.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Now here's Covington. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. McConnell kicks to Covington. No good on the 3. The Cavaliers trail by 18. Shumpert gets a wide open look. Releases from the wing and drills it.
That can help out your offense. Iman Shumpert now knocking down 2s from the mid-range.
The dish to Okafor. He kicks to Stauskas. They set the pick. And here's Covington from the arc. Hits it from 3-point range. And the 76ers lead by 19. Pass to Baldwin. And Cleveland again with the bucket.
And that's definitely a shot that he has in his arsenal.
And Philadelphia has possession. And here's McConnell. Dishes to Covington. Okafor in the post. He's guarded by Harper. Good on the shot.
And already with the commanding lead, a terrific offensive performance.
And if you check out the strategy, you can see already the plays that they're calling. Feels like they found a weakness or two in the defense.
So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. 76ers lead by 19. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Quicken Loans Arena. Had a chance to hear from LeBron James as he talked about the challenge of remaining calm and collected throughout the ups and downs of the NBA season.
For me, at a younger age, I was never even killed. We would win a playoff game when I was younger. I was excited out of my mind, and then you would lose, and I was the worst person in the world. But I think at this point in my career, I kind of stay even. One game shouldn't affect the next game. You know, you go out and play as hard as you can, live with the results.
Again, just another part of the maturation process for LeBron. He's become such the consummate pro.
He is absolutely as solid and steady as a rock at this point in his career. Nothing rattles him. Nothing throws him off his game.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And the 76ers have been rolling along, haven't they?
Hustling on that offensive glass. That's led to a number of second-chance points.
Yeah, if your opponent fails to block out, you get yourself in great position. That was the story of the first quarter for them offensively.
So to begin the second quarter for the Philadelphia 76ers, Jahlil Okafor is out there with Chandler Parsons. It's T.J. McConnell, and it's Robert Covington, and it's Stauskas in at the shooting guard position. Here's the screen. Shumpert in the corner. From outside, off the mark.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Now the feed to Covington. Over to the left wing. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen. And a moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Rose.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
Luwawu is checked in for Nick Stauskas. Out left to the wing. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Well, Tyronn Lue's still pretty much new to the coaching ranks, but a tremendous amount of experience from his playing career. He won titles with Kobe and Shaq in Los Angeles for the Lakers, played alongside Michael Jordan in Washington, and he's seen LeBron James bring a title back to Cleveland. That's a lot of championship experience for Ty Lue.
Farrell kicks to Harper. Feeds it to Shumpert. Back to Harper. And a strong finish with two hands.
Shumpert surveying the floor and finding the open man, so a nice swing pass on that possession.
Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. And Brent, you talk about Cavs coach Tyronn Lue, having played with those greats, he knows how to win.
Well, he's never been intimidated by any player that he's suited up with, and certainly relished any of the opportunities to make contributions as a member of the teams that he played for. So he recognizes all those things, and I think he also recognizes the tremendous opportunity in front of him to coach one of the game's all-time greats in LeBron James.
The Cavaliers trail by 17. Baldwin kicks to Farrell. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Baldwin the pass to Shumpert, and slam dunk by Shumpert.
Shumpert can get up there. We've seen time and time again him go vertical.
Philadelphia leading by 15. McConnell kicks to Parsons. Back to McConnell. They set the pick. 6 on the shot clock. For 3, it's rebounded by Baldwin. Baldwin's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Down low, out to Shumpert. There's the 3. Cleveland the rebound. Ball stolen. With the floater, and the layup is good.
Timeout.
Luwawu's got his 2nd bucket tonight.
And a terrific use of the floater, unguardable really, because you can't do anything defensively to stop it.
Timeout called, Cleveland. Brent, as we're becoming a more positionless league, the league is asking guys entering the NBA to do more things. So with that being said, of some of the youngsters, who strikes you as the most versatile?
I really love the demeanor and approach of Karl Anthony Towns' game right now. I just feel like there's something that he has in terms of how he controls himself on the floor, Kevin, and the full confidence of the complement of skills he has. Stepping back and shooting threes, playing out of the post and making passes, handling the ball on the fast break. I think Karl Anthony Towns does some amazing things and is incredibly versatile from that 5 position. And lots of credit for the team around him. They're picking up the slack here tonight. He just can't buy a bucket right now.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
Yeah, there's no stopping LeBron right there. He's done that thousands of times.
This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line in the game. Sharch has checked in for Robert Covington. And that one misses. And Brent, when you watch Tristan Thompson pursue offensive rebounds, he's constantly battling for position inside.
Well, he toes the line a lot with what he can get away with, but more and more the experience on the court and who it is that he's playing against does a great job of predicting where shots are coming off, finding angles on the inside, and being in great position to make easy scores.
Fouled in the act of shooting. A three-point play chance coming up. It's going to be Embiid shooting. It's going to go on Tristan Thompson. The 76ers have shot 80% from the line tonight, going 4 of 5 so far.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
Love right side. Kicks it out to James. Thompson sets the pick for Rose. Out to the right wing. 5 to shoot. Farrell for 3. That's in there. Love with the assist. Farrell's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Fultz with the ball. 6 points for him. Good D by James.
The defensive reaction time, it was just immediate on that one.
And sometimes the most important part of that is the angle that the defender chooses. That time he chose wisely.
Rose dishes to Love. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Kevin Love's such a versatile offensive player who can pass, who can shoot with range. I like him looking to score inside to get himself going, and that's the way that the offense has tended to go. First quarter seems to belong to Kevin Love.
And you can't defend Kevin Love with smaller players. He can take him down on the block.
Well, he can back them up a little bit, Kevin, then go to either hand. Use the right, use the left, and shoot the jump hook over the top. And then sometimes if he slows himself down, has a great pump fake to draw in the contact.
And Fultz gets it to go. Fultz has got 9.
And that gets him going here in the second after hitting 2 from long range in that first.
Simmons against James. Count it, and the Philadelphia lead has been cut down to just 12 points with the basket from Love.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Philadelphia's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight, 5 of 12. Fultz kicks to Simmons. There's a good screen. Here's Embiid, lays it up and banks it in. He has 7.
And each bucket at this point feels like a backbreaker.
Well, to win at this level consistently, you cannot be faint of heart, and he's going in for the kill.
Another shot. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Sharch.
And LeBron enjoys fooling the D right there, tricked them, got them in the air, and then gets himself to the free throw line.
Eric Bledsoe's checked in for Farrell. And both free throws good for LeBron. The 76ers leading by 12. Screen by Sharch. Embiid with the screen on James. Off the screen. Tries again. And, here, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup. And while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call a foul shot or not. But sure enough, they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. The 76ers shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one. Cavaliers have gotten 7 of their 12 field goal attempts to drop here in the second quarter. up over 50%. The screen from Thompson. James against Simmons. Left side Rose. Kicks it out to Love. Cleveland moving it around. Up top, Bledsoe. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. And James throws it down.
Oh, LeBron right through the defense this time. Incredible at finishing off that one.
Luwawu, the pass to Fultz. Simmons sets a screen for Fultz. And the rejection by LeBron. Kicks it out to Love. He dishes it to Thompson. In the corner, it's James. Shot clock at 5. Simmons with the defensive effort. The 76ers leading by 13. Here's Luwawu. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession. Here's a peek now at the 2K leaderboard. This year, these teams have made the most of their offensive rebounds. The 76ers #1.
You know, they've been so aggressive on the offensive boards, and they're earning every one of those second chance buckets with that relentless effort.
James dishes to Thompson. Here's Bledsoe. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Simmons got his 3rd rebound on the night. Pass to Embiid. And Saric kicks to Fultz. Screen by Saric. Fultz the pass to Saric. Here's Luwawu. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Embiid, no good.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Left side Rose. Thompson outside. Bledsoe for 3. Bledsoe can't get that one to drop. Philadelphia leading by 13. Now Fultz. A 38-point game for him in the win against Toronto. Here's Embiid. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Here's LeBron, and the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
Well, LeBron going up strong on the inside doesn't give the D a chance to block his shot and carves out just enough room.
Nikola Pekovic is checked in for the Cavaliers. Troy Daniels comes in for Rose. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Stauskas is checked in. Brett, you were known for your leaping ability. You won a dunk contest. We all remember it very vividly. During the pre-draft process, did they measure your max vertical?
They did, Kevin. At the Chicago pre-draft camp, you run through a series of tests there. Your conditioning, how your CO2 gets kicked out. They put this mask on you and check your stamina. There's a bunch of doctors in there poking and prodding. I won't go into detail about that.
Thank you.
But they did measure the max vertical during that Chicago pre-draft, and it was about 39-inch vertical leap, so not too bad.
Not too bad at all.
The defense cannot let guys get into that kind of comfort zone. You have to patrol the three-point line or you risk getting burned.
Pekovic with a screen. James dishes to Pekovic, and Pekovic throws it down.
Now LeBron with the whip pass there, good at surveying the court and spotting the open teammate.
With the pass. 1:33 left in the first half of basketball. In the corner, Simmons with it. He's looking for Saric and finds him. And the rejection by LeBron. Pekovic passes to Love. And Embiid with the block. To the paint. And Simmons kicks to Embiid. The shot misses. Good D by Bledsoe. The Cavaliers trail by 13. The 3. Back to Love. The pass to Bledsoe. There's 47 seconds left in the first half of basketball. LeBron dishes to Love. And the shot is good. Love's got 6 in the quarter.
Beautiful execution from him, building off a great first quarter, looking unstoppable here.
Now here's Fultz. He's got 9. Outside, Simmons. Embiid with the screen on Pekovic. Here's Simmons. They grab their own miss. Embiid, no good.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
You hear a lot about rim protection. This is a good example of how valuable it can be.
Pekovic with a screen. Over Simmons. And released it in time, but it's off the mark. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Tristan, are you getting the energy you need to get defensive stops?
Well, one thing, we're definitely not doing that right now, so we got to get stops. You know, it's unacceptable where we're playing right now. We're not helping each other, but second half, we got to make up for that.
That's why there are 2 halves. We'll see what happens. Thanks, Tristan. Back to you.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, y'all. Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Philadelphia finds themselves ahead after 2 quarters. They lead by 11. And over to Shaq. What did you think about Philadelphia?
What stood out to me more than anything else was how hard they got after it on the offensive glass. They were keeping possessions alive and converting those rebounds into points. Take away those extra points, they're not in this position, Ernie.
And Kenny, what'd you see from Cleveland?
Well, they shot under 40% in the first half. There's your deficit. They missed some open looks, wide open. But overall, I thought the offense was stagnant. Look for their coach to draw up some specific plays to try to jumpstart them in the second half.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
Welcome back, folks. So much to do here in downtown Cleveland. And East 4th Street, right in the heart of it all. Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. What can you say? LeBron James, what an impressive effort today.
Yeah, and through 2 quarters, he's been lights out. And you know he's going to look to add to those totals.
And defensively, hard to force him out of the rhythm at this point because he has a number of ways with which he can beat you.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. The 2 stars, LeBron and Love, making up the forward positions. Bledsoe is out there with Derrick Rose. And it's Thompson in at the 5, home in the paint. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Rose passes to James. For 3, Love. Good, and the assist goes to James. LeBron's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. And here's Fultz. Outside, Simmons. Screen by Sharch, and Simmons kicks to Embiid. Basket counts. Embiid's got 14 points for the game.
And where's the fight defensively? I mean, you know you need stops to stop the bleeding.
Yeah, down by double digits, failing to shut down the lane. It has been a rough night.
And Brent, over the course of the last few seasons, we've seen Bledsoe move into more of a playmaking role.
Well, I think at the point guard position, you need to be a vocal leader. That's something that the coaching staff has continued and encouraged him to do. There's a lot of young players around him, and sometimes that guidance can help you be a little more consistent throughout the course of a 48-minute game. Here's LeBron, and plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And the foul called on the Philadelphia 76ers. He's been getting to the line. Now his 6th trip in the game.
And how about the job he's done at the free throw line?
Free throw good, James.
LeBron James, quite simply, one of the greatest players that's ever played the game, and it's just impossible for anybody to slow down.
Charge, just screen on Bledsoe. Fultz dishes to Charge. Over to the wing. Here's Luwawu. No good from outside. The Cavaliers trail by 8. LeBron right side. And finished off by LeBron.
Making it look pretty effortless right now. LeBron James in a rhythm.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Stolen by Bledsoe. Oh, and here comes Bledsoe all alone. And the dunk by Love.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Well, this team now has to settle in right here and have a great possession without getting so aggressive that you compound your mistake.
The 76ers with another miss.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Rose kicks to James. Passes it to Bledsoe. It's a pick by Love. Off the screen. Misses off the left iron.
Well, both him and the team seem to be off their game right now, and the frustration is clearly mounting as the clock is winding down.
Kicks to Fultz. Takes a 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Fultz has got 12.
And how about the quick fire release of Fultz? It is difficult to guard. You know he's thinking about shooting as the pass is coming his way.
Saric against Love. Bledsoe outside. 6 on the shot clock. Love kicks to James. Here's Rose. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Now here's Fultz. Guarded by Bledsoe. Embiid the screen. Here's Simmons. That one doesn't drop. Good D by Love.
And he can't make a thing out there right now, guys. If he keeps this up, don't be surprised if his team gives up this lead.
Bledsoe passes to LeBron. Bledsoe with it. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Rose dishes to Thompson. Trying his luck deep. They get it again. James outside. Love with the screen on Simmons. Second chance shot. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
That's a great effort on defense. He definitely rushed his shot a little bit down low.
Fouled in the act of shooting. A three-point play chance coming up.
Yeah, how about the concentration by the 6'10" Simmons? Ridiculously good at completing these chances despite the D's best effort.
Both teams will make substitutions. On the free throw, no good.
And Ben Simmons, who was the first pick in 2016 out of LSU, probably the most heralded player to come out of that school since the great Shaquille O'Neal. And I tell you what, Simmons has drawn some comparisons to some other greats, most notably LeBron James and Magic Johnson.
And there's a whistle that goes on Iman Shumpert. And that's foul number 2 for him. There's the pick. Parsons outside. Okafor with a screen on Thompson. Just 5 to shoot. 4-3, Covington. Thompson with the rebound. Greg, the Sixers want to ease him into it, but they see Ben Simmons not just as a point forward, but a point guard as well.
And he's got all the ability. Think about this. The Sixers haven't had a player 6'10" or taller average over 3 assists since Wilt Chamberlain back in 1967. The second they drafted Simmons, you knew that would change. And Simmons is accustomed to finishing over all types of defenders. That jump shot is just pure gold.
Pass to Farrell. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
And a really smart defender there. He just reads the play, wastes no time trying to blow it up.
And what I like best is that he does it completely under control. Really gives the shooter nowhere to turn to.
And it's the 76ers with the ball. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Picked by Okafor. Parsons outside. Clock at 6. He feeds it to Simmons. Over Shumpert. No good from Simmons. The Cavaliers trail by 9. On the wing, Thompson. Here's Baldwin. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. But he recovers it. Here's McConnell. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 5 assists tonight. And the Cavaliers call time here.
Definitely not pleased with their rebounding at the defensive end. The number of putbacks they've allowed has been terrible. I'm sure that's what he's going to address during this timeout.
Cavaliers have gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. Here's Baldwin. Back to Shumpert. Out to Thompson. Tries to snap the cold streak. Here's Baldwin. Rebounded by Covington. Covington's got 4 rebounds now tonight. The dish now to Okafor. Outside, Simmons. He kicks it to Covington. There's the triple. They get the rebound. Parsons. Good D by Thompson.
Yeah, those are the kind of shots you like him taking. Even though he missed it, the offense will take those. And just Shakespearean there, a smart read. Saw the defense was collapsing inside, so he wisely pulled up from the outside and drilled it.
McConnell kicks to Covington. Outside, Simmons. Okafor with the screen on Shumpert. Parsons' shot is off.
The defensive reaction time, it was just immediate on that one.
And sometimes the most important part of that is the angle that the defender chooses. That time, he chose wisely.
Out to the wing. Fires for 3. Rebound by the 76ers. Tries from 10. And the miss by Parsons. The Cavaliers trail by 8. Here's Baldwin. He's an offensive force, averaging nearly 26 points a game. Down low, and Shumpert slams it in.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Picked by Okafor. Here's the screen. McConnell kicks to Parsons. Dishes to Simmons. That's tipped. Here's Baldwin. Guarded by Simmons. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And look now at the various locations of the shots taken so far for Simmons.
And every time he's pulled up from deep and let it fly, it's found a way to catch iron. Not sure if it is something with his release or the defense is bothering him on his threes, but I would expect him to attack the rim a bit just to kind of mix things up.
Troy Daniels, he's checked in for Cleveland.
Such a big bonus to have a big guy that can step up to the free throw line and knock down shots. So many guys struggle from there.
And here's Covington from the arc. Tries again. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. This break gives us a chance to see the league's best fast break teams in the second half of the season. They've really ramped up the energy. In third, the Cavaliers.
You know, as the season wears on, the team that can stay fresh can take advantage. They continue to get out and run, and teams are struggling to keep up. And missing opportunities here to extend that lead at the free throw line this half.
Pass to Baldwin. Good on the 3-point shot. 9 points in the game so far.
They needed a run desperately, and boy, did they come up big.
I just think it was a matter of getting recomposed, altering their game plan just a little bit. They look completely in sync now. Well, he's using the force, but in the worst way possible right now. He just needs to dial it back and look to work the ball around the floor to his teammates.
In the corner, Daniels. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Now the pass to Baldwin. Here's Shumpert. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. 9 points for Amon Shumpert.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Outside, Simmons. Okafor with no one around. And it's good. He planted his feet on the pick and shielded the defender off.
He used that screen to perfection and got a wide open look to knock down the jumper.
Launches it. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Simmons got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Terrific assist, a nice finish, solid play all around.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Drops in the tray. Shumpert's got it all tied up now for the Cavs.
Shumpert doing a good job of getting his feet set and preparing himself for that shot.
And Philadelphia decides to take their first timeout right here.
And he's probably looking at some matchups on the floor he'd like to take advantage of.
Now, I'm interested in what he's seeing and then what kind of play they run coming out of this timeout.
And the Cavaliers with some changes. Kevin Love's checked in for Thompson. Eric Bledsoe is subbed in for Troy Daniels. Philadelphia also making some changes. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Chandler Parsons. Luwawu Cabarrot comes in for Ben Simmons. And it's Fulton for T.J. McConnell. Picked by Okafor. Covington wide open. He fires. Good on the triple. Covington's got 9.
He's obviously hit a bit of a dry spell here. Only 1 of 5 this quarter.
The Cavaliers trail by 3. Passes to Baldwin. Inside, Embiid with the steal. Now the 76ers on the break. Puts it up from 12, and he didn't get quite enough under that one. Cavaliers shooting it well here in the third, about 50%. Pass to Baldwin. To the middle. Shumpert passes to Love. Covington with the steal. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
You know, when you look at his numbers this season, he's had a respectable number, 77%.
Sharge checked in for the 76ers. He hits the second from the line. Cavaliers trailing. It's a pick by Love. Shumpert in the corner. Embiid with the steal. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Sharge attacking. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
And it'll be his 4th time going to the free throw line in the game. And that one misses. And he sinks the second. They've shared the load offensively.
And guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react. And that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively. 12 straight points off of 3-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Fultz kicks to Sharge. It's Covington on the wing. With 1 on the clock. Missed. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. 76ers on top, up by 2. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Quicken Loans Arena. right, the fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play. The 76ers leading. So on the floor for Philadelphia, we've got Robert Covington. Luwawu is out there with Fultz. Then it's Joel Embiid, and it's Saric in at the 4.
I think the D is just fine with those kind of shot attempts coming from him there because he's not hitting anything right now.
James against Covington. James dishes to Love.
Now, there's no question that Kevin Love down on the inside becomes a handful to defend.
At the line for your Cavaliers.
That free throw good from Kevin Love.
Taking 2 shots.
Good on both.
We talk so much about rhythm from the field. How about a rhythm from the free throw line? That looks good.
Now Fultz. Embiid, the pass to Fultz. Now the feed to Covington. Here's Embiid. Hits the front of the rim and out. Well, Cleveland shooting about 42% so far. To the left side wing. James against Covington. Baldwin kicks to Bledsoe. Drills the three-pointer.
And you've got to give them a lot of credit for just battling back into this game.
Well, there's an ebb and a flow. They had a hard time earlier, but now, flow.
For 3, Covington. The 76ers with another miss.
His struggles are consuming the rest of the team here tonight. He's got to find his rhythm and find it fast.
Here's Baldwin. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
And the first one drops. He's perfect from the line this time. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Embiid. No good again that time.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
We hear a lot about rim protection. This is a good example of how valuable it can be.
Outside for Bledsoe. Good, and the assist goes to James. James has got 6 assists now in the game.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Luwawu, the pass to Fultz. And Saric kicks to Fultz. And here's Covington from the arc. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And with that 3, his second of the half, he's equaled his total from before the break.
James dishes to Love. Over Embiid. Love, no good.
No doubt disappointed with that one. He'd love to have that one back.
Yeah, I'd put that play on repeat. The setup was perfect. Just need a better result next time. Well, he's gotten shots up, but they're not finding the rim. The squad's suffering because of it right now. A bit out of rhythm.
Rose kicks to Bledsoe. Fires from deep. And Love with the basket on the assist by Bledsoe. Love's got the lead up to 8 now for Cleveland. Philadelphia's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Poke loose, and it's out of bounds. The 76ers able to retain possession here. Fultz the pass to Saric.
And nothing's been easy for them, especially in this half.
Rose kicks to Love. Shoots over Embiid, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Love.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Saric just screen on Bledsoe. Fultz kicks to Saric. Here's Luwawu. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. It's just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
To the paint. And Love throws it down.
The efficiency on offense from Kevin Love in this one is off the charts.
Here's Fultz. High post, Embiid. Here's Saric. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And that one falls from Saric. Thompson, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Saric nails them both. Cleveland leading by 6. Outside Rose. LeBron kicks to Rose. Good, and the assist goes to James. And that's now 7 points for Rose.
And the execution has just been off defensively here in the second. Play after play, it's almost as if they're a step slow.
Feeds to Embiid. And it's Kevin Love with the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Covington dishes to Fultz. Back to Covington. Just 5 to shoot.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Here's LeBron. And fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts and a chance for one more here.
Not everything fell for him in that first half, and now it looks like they're beginning to hit their stride.
Free throw good, James. Timeout called, the 76ers.
Yeah, it's a good time to talk things over. Try to stop what's been a brutal run.
Yeah, he's got to use every device at his disposal at this point, and I think he wants to give other guys a breather right now.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Brett Brown said to his team. He was not happy with their play. He told them, we're getting outworked out there. Simple as that. We got to dial up our effort. Kevin, we'll see if they have enough to get it done.
Covington kicks to Saric. It falls through, making him 6 for 11 in the game.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Kicks to Rose. He dishes it to Thompson. Out of bounds. It'll be 76ers ball.
Poor decision making there. No idea what he's going for with that kind of pass in that situation.
And the 76ers making a change here. Simmons is checked in. The 76ers trail by 10. There's a good screen. Embiid the screen. Jumper off the screen. Eric Bledsoe grabs the miss.
Well, after an impressive first half, he's just not been able to get the room or get anything going here in the second.
James kicks to Love. Love with the screen for LeBron. And Bledsoe has it in the corner. Misses the 3.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
You love it when a big man has those soft hands. Rarely any problem converting that close to the rim.
And that one misses.
They're not doing themselves any favors with their free throw shooting this half.
Thompson, a screen on Simmons. It's LeBron with the drive. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
Just a masterful offensive player, utilizing that pick with great intelligence there.
The dish to Saric. Thompson comes with the double team. Here's Luwawu. Got a piece of it. Love outside. He feeds it to Bledsoe. Rose kicks to LeBron. Back to Rose. And the foul on Derrick Rose. That's his first foul.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Now here's Fultz. 76ers moving the ball around. Here's Simmons over in the corner. Fultz Lets it go.
Like the way LeBron uses his body sometimes on the defensive end, is not afraid to get a little bit physical, especially after all that bumping he takes on the offensive end.
Bledsoe right side. And yes, it's good. Bledsoe's got the lead up to 12 now for the Cavs.
And after a scoreless first half, you're starting to see signs of life here in the second.
Simmons passes to Embiid. And the rejection by Love.
Encouraging signs when Kevin Love is that intense on the defensive end. Swats that one away.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Here's Fultz. Lays it in without an inch of room around him.
And giving up some height, he just finds a way to carve out a little separation.
This is sort of the joust of the NBA where the aggressive player, more often than not, wins out.
Bledsoe outside. Hits the three-point bomb. Bledsoe's got 11 points here in just the second half.
And what a turnaround from the first half. I mean, he's been incredible here in the second half.
Fultz the pass to Luau. Embiid the screen. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Love's got 9 rebounds now tonight.
Man, he's missing those kind of good looks. His team is in some serious trouble.
Back to James. Love with the screen on Jaric. The shot by Bledsoe. Nobody around. And the 3 off target. The 76ers trail by 13. Looking to get it going. Luau. The second chance points on the tip-in. Luau's got 4 this quarter.
That's a nice tip-in. You can't leave him alone on the offensive glass or he'll find a way to get to the ball.
Bledsoe sets the screen for LeBron. He kicks to Love. Bledsoe outside. Bledsoe with another miss. Philadelphia's gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. And Simmons kicks to Fultz. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
And Fultz is a menace inside. Superb at making the D foul him when he's this close to the basket.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And here is LeBron. The screen from Thompson. James against Simmons. James kicks to Thompson. And Thompson throws it down.
Justin Thompson with some force on that one.
With the pass.
Timeout called the 76ers. Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
And the defense has not provided any threat to stop him out there, so it should come to no surprise that he continues to attack the basket.
The 76ers trail by 11. Fultz kicks to Jaric. Love against Embiid. Over Love. The 76ers with another miss.
That's just poor shooting right now from him, and I'm not sure why he's even attempting those kind of shots.
James in the post. Guarded by Simmons. Out to Thompson. Bledsoe dishes to Rose. LeBron James on the wing. Just 4 to shoot. Love, no good. And for the 76ers, their shooting has been a little ragged, just 38% from the field. Yep, it counts. Jaric has got 9 points here in the second half.
And that's how you set up your teammates. Done with a little bit of flair.
Thompson, a screen on Simmons. Thompson passes to Bledsoe. Left side Rose. LeBron outside. To the middle. Embiid with the steal. 1:21 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Pass to Luwawu. Dishes it to Embiid. From down in the low post, it goes.
Yeah, the onslaught continues. He's been unstoppable now for a couple of nights.
Well, a tip of the cap to the coaching staff here. They're recognizing how well he's playing, so the game plan has been built around him.
Off the pick, and the dunk by James.
Wow, LeBron on the roll. This time rocks it.
Philadelphia's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Here's Luwawu. And what was that about? Not a good shot right there. To the inside. Here's Love. The shot, no good. And Philadelphia the other way now. Here's Luwawu. He's covered by Rose. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
It's the first that brings them within 8. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Cavaliers. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Okafor is checked in for Joel Embiid. Chandler Parsons comes in for Saric. Stauskas is checked in for Ben Simmons. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Fultz. Here's Luwawu. It's deflected. Shumpert with it. Here's Farrell. We see the Cavaliers get the win here. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to. On both ends, just effective in terms of coming away with this win.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, guys. Kevin, congrats on the win. Are you guys gaining confidence, and what are you figuring out?
Just that we need to continue continuity. We really need to pick it up on the defensive end. Offense, we can get whatever we want really at any time, but the defense is where we're going to need to get better.
That is somewhere where you have to tighten up, Kevin. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. And we'll see you next time.